Hello everyone, welcome back to the floor tarot readings for this next 3 weeks. But yeah, let's see what is up for you guys. What's the message? Let's see what Spirit has to tell you. Let me put this a little bit farther down. I feel like I have to look up like that, and that's not very cute and friendly. Oh, okay. Spirit already has a lot to say. We have the Seven of Pentacles and then the Three of Pentacles. So, impatience with the community and people. Someone is making you feel like you're being tested, where you're like, holy moly, why are you so stupid? That type of reaction. Like, whatever they just keep saying just kind of like makes you side-eye them so hard. You know that meme, offensive side-eye, criminal offensive side-eye? That it's that type of energy where they just are spewing their limiting beliefs and all that and trying to push it so hardcore onto other people, and you're like, okay. We have Five of Cups and then the Judgment in reverse. So an old part of you is falling away. That's why, like, you kind of are thinking like, what is happening? Like, you don't vibe anymore with the people around you and with your old lifestyle anymore, but you're in a way still kind of not fighting, but you're not fully surrendering is what I'm hearing. It's costing you a little bit of some time to adapt, where you're like, I kind of want to hold on to my old life, but also at the same time I'm ready for something new. I don't want to have to adapt, change, do the effort that is needed to embody this new lifestyle version. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you're really struggling here. Why, Spirit? What is this? Okay, we have here the Five of Wands, where there's like just like that conflict energy, where you feel like you're torn into a million directions. A part of, I saw like a cross. Is it a crossroads? No, a crossroads would be like 4 pathways. It's 2 different, like a fork way where you can either go left or you can go right? And I'm seeing like left could be like the life that you actually want, and then the right is staying on the same path that just is not bringing you anything, you know? It's giving nothing, kind of. Eight of Wands. You're kind of slowing yourself down by not surrendering fully. I'm hearing Spirit is saying like the thoughts that you have right now, but what if I do slight adaptations but still continue certain old ways, but it's just not working out anymore? You need to completely rebrand, completely new. There's no point in continuing old behaviors that are not fulfilling or bringing you results at all. We have Two of Wands, decision and preparation. Okay, you have to ask yourself, how many times did you do something differently this year when you saw that it didn't work out? I just heard like you're trying to gaslight yourself, and okay, this is being very specific to energy right now. It's not that you don't want to, it's just you see that you're the only one moving forward in life right now. Meanwhile, everyone around you is kind of like still stuck in the same ways. And you have this fear of being left out, of being the outsider, the one that gets things, that you finally start like having things fall into your lap and all that. You fear judgment of other people, where it's when they see you all of a sudden doing great, having opportunities come in, you fear them saying like, why are they all of a sudden getting all of those things? Why why are they like so successful all of a sudden? And you fear that reaction. You have the fear of being seen. Especially because you want new things. You want better for yourself the next year. But right now you're still in this guilt trip energy where if you do not remove that energy, 7 of Cups, to work towards your dreams, it's just going to be so difficult for you to finally move on and get to a place. Like, again, a part of you wants to, but the other part of you is feeling kind of drawn to just staying the same old, because you don't have anything then to complain about anymore, right? It will feel kind of like foreign in a way. Oof, that was a lot. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Let me hold it like that so you can actually see it. Oh, multiple cards. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. So you're fighting so much in your head. Like, you're not allowing yourself to see the patterns, to see the thinking structures. We have the Devil in reverse, okay? A cycle is still keeping you in the loop. Could be because of other people. Maybe you have been doing a little bit better this year. I heard evil eye and kind of like people not doing witchcraft on you, but like wishing for you to stay stuck and stay in the same place as them, because otherwise you have nothing to connect with each other anymore. You know, it's that misery loves company energy, because wow, what if this collective is gonna be moving on and they just completely forget about me? Like that type of jealousy. 8 of Cups and then the 9 of Cups. Yeah, you could be, this could be you. Literally breaking free, chasing after your desires and your dreams. But someone's trying very, very hard to keep you stuck in a cycle where they can benefit from you. Energy siphoning came up again. It's so interesting. That came up in like my Reiki video for this week, and I don't usually talk about stuff like that, but it's like the timeline right now for you guys. You have like someone trying to really siphon your energy, and it's so crazy because they see your potential is what I'm hearing, and they're scared of you reaching your potential, because if you were to allow yourself, is what I'm hearing, you could go so far, you could become so successful. But that's the problem. They see that future version of you, and they're like, they can, but I probably can't, because I lack the self-worth and the charisma and all that, and that star energy. So in order to prevent you from going there and reaching that, they're trying to hold on to you like this, with like a death grip, you know. They're also kind of like, they have a fear of abandonment, definitely, because they know that when you start becoming more successful and people start having their eyes on you, that you're gonna have like your inner circle is gonna start expanding, and they think like, well, where's the space then for me, right? So I think like they don't even know that they're doing it intentionally. They're doing it probably on like a subconscious level. They have probably no idea, is what I'm hearing, that if they could stop it they would, but they don't even know. Confess your true feelings. Be honest with yourself. Only you know what you really want to. Yeah, because you know, thought transmission and telepathy is a very real thing. We're all connected, right? Energetically, we can send our thoughts to other people, and maybe most of your own thoughts aren't even your own. There's someone else trying to, you know, manifest those thoughts for you. So maybe you do have dreams, but other people maybe have talked down on it, where they said like you won't achieve it, right? So be honest with what is it actually the kind of life that you want. If no one could judge or say something, what would you be doing right now? Movement. Okay, so you need to start working out, or at least move, so you can get the energy out of your body. Okay, you have a lot of stuck energy. You need to work on that. Be yourself. Okay, we need a little bit more some authenticity. Work on that solar plexus chakra. It's very blocked right now, hence because of the other person, right? Every time you try to shine a little bit brighter, they're trying to something to bring you down a little bit, because like, ooh, don't shine too brightly, because otherwise people will, you know, have their eyes on you, and I can't have that, which I'm so sorry that you have to deal with someone like that. Going away. Okay, you need a break from that person, especially if there's someone that's very prominent in your life. You need to get the F out of that energy. You need to kind of like be able to breathe your own energy, notice your own energy, your own thoughts. Maybe a little bit of a protection spell is needed, or a cord cutting. I do have cord cutting Reiki sessions if you're interested, so go and check out my stand store for that. Okay, I'm gonna use the advice and decision deck. So if you've had like some questions or some premonitions basically, or like feelings, intuition, where it was screaming at you, and you know you already have that those questions in your mind, so let's see what is happening. I think I'm just also going to channel freely and see what's popping in, because spirit is very loud in the energy. I just heard Jennifer. That was very loud. Hannah could be also very significant for you guys. Bridgerton came up, so you could be a Bridgerton fan, or you're someone that's looking forward to Bridgerton, the new release. You're an Anthony girly. Me too. I was Benedict first, but then Anthony sneaked up on me. Or like just balls in general. You could be like very into that Regency era, or like vintage stuff in general. You might like thrifting. Okay, we have a bunch of cards here. Some of them I have to turn around. Okay, we have eventually. Then we have go about it slowly. This is definitely about like you thinking about breaking that connection. Like, should I end it? Just like that. You shouldn't. You should distance yourself a little bit first before you can actually sever the ties, because if you pull back too much, it really, I'm hearing it depends on like how you can handle certain energies. It might be too much at once, you know, because when you draw back completely at once, that's when people get a little bit clingy, a little bit obsessive, and that could happen the same thing here. So pull back, but kind of like put an energetic wall between you and that person. Yeah, it could be problematic. See, we want to avoid drama, unless if you want to do it like I did once, where I noticed that like that situation just can't be saved at all, so I pulled back completely by blocking that person without anything saying prior, just completely blocked, clean cut like that, right? But I was already kind of like too energetically drained to even like continue like saving it, or like let it die out slowly. I had to literally at the root rip it off like that. But I'm hearing for your benefit, you should not do that, okay? Something needs to be revealed first. Kind of like you need them they're gonna mess up, is what I'm hearing. They're gonna reveal something that's gonna give you a very good reason to just then slam that boundary down and just be like, okay, absolutely not. So you need to wait for that moment, because otherwise it could create too much drama. You're not at that level yet where even if you cut them off cold like that, people are gonna talk. People are gonna make up their own stories. That person is gonna make up their own stories and try to paint you as the villain. If you know that you can handle that and give not a fuck about what people will think and what kind of like little lies and rumors are gonna happen about you, go ahead. But if you're not that type of person, you need to get away from them step by step. That way it's more drama free. Okay, sleep over it. No, it's not the correct translation, but like, don't make a rash decision. Sleep, take a day and see how do you feel about the situation the next day. And it literally says the next day everything always looks even more different, and the decision might be easier for you with a little bit of distance. See, the cards never lie. Stay flexible. It's important that with an open mind you approach the situation. Maybe right now it's not even necessary for you to decide the different alternative. Sometimes even that person can literally pull back because they just lost interest. That's something that you could manifest. Here's the thing. You feed into energy, into certain energies into people, right? They have to show up the way you assign them the meaning to. Right now, you might think that person is batshit crazy or whatever it is. You don't want to feed that energy into it anymore right now. So you pull back. You call back your power. You let them lose interest on their own so that they leave. And then maybe it's easier for you to block because they already pulled away. But whatever it is, I'm hearing like don't do any rash decisions, okay? I saw church, so I don't know, maybe you're religious, talk with God about it, or Jesus, or your angels, whatever it is. Or even better, let your angels take care of removing that person. Ask your spirit team, please help me out here. Let them carry the problem so you can focus on your own life. Oh, it's my brother. So yeah, but yeah, I feel like that's like a meaning, literally, like you don't have to be hyper vigilant about everything. Let them take care of it. You're divinely protected anyways. Whatever happens, it's gonna backfire on that person, because your spirit team don't play about you. They do not want you to be like a target of everyone else, because I'm here like you're a chosen one. You're supposed to go very, very far and change the world. So do not worry about like an NPC. This is your reality. Claim it like it's yours. Okay, you don't care about like the lesser people or like the worms basically, or the peasants. If this was like, I don't know, royalty, a court or whatever, they're a jester, you're a king or a queen watching this, okay? So do not let them intimidate you, is also what I'm hearing, because you feel intimidated by them a little bit, because they are very unhinged. They just speak about whatever it is that they come up with, not because they're confident, it's just they don't care about like who gets offended, who gets triggered, whatever it is. And that's not your type of energy that you need to be surrounding yourself with. And you are, quite frankly, excused in a way of not having to deal with that. Okay, your spirit team is literally saying like, don't interact if you don't want to. But they wanted to give you the option a little bit to take matters into your own hand, make decisions. But you're not at that level yet, is what I'm hearing. You need to still build up on your boundaries. So so if you let them, they're gonna take care of it. Oh, I feel very like liberated in a way. So maybe once they take care of it, you feel like a weight off your chest was lifted. You're like, oh my god, this is This is so much nicer. This feels so much better, but yeah. Your spirit team don't play about you. They're like, nah, not with our chosen one. Not with our cycle breaker, absolutely not. So yeah, I hope this reading gave you the clarity. Okay, the affirmation for the day is I am divinely protected. So either drop some sword emojis next to the affirmation or a shield. I think there is a shield emoji. But yeah, we do not let other people dictate our lives, right? Okay, I hope this gave you all the clarity and guidance and direction that you needed. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye bye.